Good morning, Frankie. Frankie, it's Wednesday. Let's learn something. This Wednesday series is all about going through my new Smart Recovery Handbook, one tool at a time. I am not a smart facilitator, just a lady on the internet. Today's tool is kind of fun. It's about naming our urges. So the tool is called Personify and Disarm. In the book it says, the urges you feel aren't you. They're an impulse or a reaction, something separate from you. For some, personifying urges can create a helpful boundary. It also helps something abstract feel more concrete and manageable. So a favorite thing that I learned from a counselor of mine was to think of my urges as a toddler, a tantruming toddler, or a toddler in the grocery store who wants a sugary, say a sugary cereal. There we go, three-nager, toddler. So I found this really helpful actually, to picture myself parenting my urge in a way. When we think about what we could say or do, I see you and I'm in control here. I hear you and don't need your help anymore. Or in my case, we're not having sugary cereal today. We're not buying Fruit Loops. We're buying other things today. The idea and aim being that when we say these things, the urges begin to lose their power, they can dissolve and move on. So what I find extra helpful in the parenting analogy is a lot of the times a child who's told we're not having that sugary cereal today isn't just fine with that answer on the first go. And sometimes we'll persist, sometimes we'll cry or even have a tantrum. And sometimes our urges can feel like that. And if we are able to stand firm and hold our ground, then our brain, by creating new pathways, will learn that when I feel this way, I'm not getting that. And in the same way, when a child has a strong enough, loud enough tantrum, or we're exhausted enough, we might say, oh, okay, whatever, just this time. And maybe it alleviates the stress of the moment and the spectacle, but it also teaches the child that if I act up loud enough and long enough, eventually I'll get what I want. So we've all probably learned that parenting lesson the hard way, but it applies just the same to our urges and our addiction and any kind of behavior we don't want to give into. Anyway, for me, that's an easy way to personify and disarm. I know someone who calls it the salesman, which works well for him too, because he used to be a salesman. So who can sell better to me than me, right? Anyway, what would you call yours? What do you call your urges if you had to call them something? Comment below. Bye.